Welcome to the program Agric today on ARSN Television, Abuja, Nigeria. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin. Agric today is a program where we bring to you policies and innovations that is in the world of agriculture. And today's episode of the program is in the focus on the newly inaugurated ministers of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Let's take a very short break where we take how the ministers walked into the premises. Stay tuned. ministers, upon arrival from the inauguration ground, came in straight to the conference hall of the ministry, where an handover note was given to them by the permanent secretary of the ministry. Both ministers, in their speech, made it known that it's not going to be business as usual, as they are ready to hit the ground running. Work has started. Let's listen to them.
It's a great honor to welcome our honorable minister today, and particularly to have in our midst the people's governor. We are very happy to have you, a clear leader, a man who has vision and very experienced, and I see him as my mentor. Just as we got into the Honorable Minister's office, I had thought, because of time constraint, I will just tell ministers, these are some briefing notes. Tomorrow we do proper handing over. And the executive governor interjected to say, no, heat it now that it's hot. You can see that. You can see the area of people who have come to welcome the ministers. So why don't we have it now? I was being pitched by my colleagues during the swearing. You have a perfect match. You have a perfect match. So definitely for us, it's a perfect match. Distinguished men of timber caliber. They have come with their wealth of experience to add value to this ministry. And I have had personal relationship with the Honorable Minister of State right from early days, as far back as 1992, up to date. And you recall that when we go to the National Assembly, the banters we used to throw, and how he has been very helpful to this ministry. You also know he was a staff of this ministry. So, Honorable Minister, you are welcome back home. We have left where you stopped, but you take us higher, 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 higher. Those, a lot of talk you used to say in the National Assembly, where you thought we should be, now we are going there. And we will get there. So you are welcome, Honorable Minister of State.
Thank you very
And
much.
Honorable Minister, my first time of seeing him was when I was the Director of Finance and Accounts in Defense, and he was Chairman Defense Committee of the National Assembly. That was my first engagement with him until I started seeing him in the limelight, being so prominent in the APC. So it's an added plus to us having this man, having a leader of the party come to agriculture to head the ministry. So, Honorable Ministers, we are delighted to have both of you on board. We have a crop of dedicated staff, and we commit 100%, if it's possible, 101, to all your policy and your policy direction. I expect that even at this meeting and subsequent meeting, you give us your charge on the direction you think we should go, and we will follow. You are our leader. We welcome you, Honorable Minister. For want of time, we will have a lot of briefing sessions, and it will be in stages, but you will be rest assured that they have come to hit the ground running. There will be no time for frivolities, but to immediately start and let the work take off. Thank you, Honorable Ministers, and welcome on board. Procedures of this ministry here, and also we have the current policy that runs agriculture, or that should run agriculture in the country. So these are the entire documents. There are several more I will be giving you in the course of our briefing, but now these are the main documents to hand over.
Excellency, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, distinguished Senator Abubakar Shaib Kari, CON. It might interest you to know that from the very first day we met in the 8th Assembly and he said, I'm Abubakar Kari, I said, Babban Yaya Kina. And that word has stuck between us to date. So I think it's really divine that I'm paired with him, and it's my honor and privilege to take on the next 4 years, inshallah, with the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, and to ensure that the rechristening of Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is not without a purpose. Mr. President has already declared emergency on food security, and I'm sure when we get down to work, we'll understand the import of our mission. I will not say much. Like the PAMSEC said, for me it's homecoming. I first resumed as a staff of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture on the 8th of February 1995. And I was posted to Agric Sciences Department, which metamorphosed into the council. And I knew the task before this ministry is a daunting one. However, there is no mission that is impossible when you have committed and dedicated people. And I think with the leadership my elder brother will be given, I have no doubt that we shall get to that promised land, inshallah. Thank you very much for this privilege. I'm sure we'll have more time to listen to what you guys have been doing, to know where we are, and fashion out how we're going to move to where Mr. President wants us to take Nigerian agriculture.
Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, MNI, FNSC, GCON in Niger, CON in Nigeria. My governor, our governor, the people's governor. Of course, it doesn't need any introduction. We all know him. We know how committed he is to the service of not only to Borno State, but to the country at large. My brother, the Honorable Minister of State, the Permanent Secretary, directors and other staff of the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. And we also have the Speaker of the Borno State House of Assembly here, and the Deputy Speaker, and members of the House of Assembly, and members of the Federal and for the State Executive Council also of Borno State. Yeah. My friends and associates that have, well, it's a long road to where I'm seated here. And I think it started 27 years ago. But I won't bore you with history. All I can say is I'm ready and I'm willing to commit 100% to the service of this nation. We all know the challenges that we face now. Hunger is one of the big problems that we have in this country. And when I say hunger, it also means food. And there are challenges in food production. Insecurity is one, flooding is another, pests and other issues. But for me, and I think my colleague here, and even state governors, the biggest hope we have is the political will driven by the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in mere mentioning in his renewed hope agenda, and I also see that hope, that commitment in him when he declared the food emergency in the country. On the first day, he announced to the nation when he was sworn in, and has made a huge commitment to revive agriculture and secure the nation's food. I think we have a big challenge, but it's not unsurmountable. Our target is not only to secure and feed the country, but also to export food, which we have that potential, and it's just there, ready to be tapped. So like I said, we are pleased, and you see how meticulous my brother is when he was tied up the note. So I think there are loose ends in whatever we do, and I'm sure he'll be there to tie up. Somebody also asked me, is this coincident or is purely coincident? Because I thought there was something underhand somewhere, and I found out that it was just purely coincidental. So I think that is in itself a divine arrangement. So we thank the Almighty Allah for giving us this opportunity. And I would like to express my profound appreciation to my governor for attending to this thing. I have not seen in my political history a governor attending the minister from his state, inauguration, and even to this office. So, this is a day that I will forever cherish in my heart, and Your Excellency, I thank you very much. May the Almighty Allah continue to be your guide. Amen. And be your protector. Amen. In the service that you have rendered to humanity. Amen. Thank you very much.
We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you more details about the handover. Stay tuned. In attendance is the Executive Governor of Borno State in the person of Babangana Zulum, who in his speech said this ministry is one that is dear to him. He said his career started back then coming here to look for a job. Hence, he has so much attachment, and he believes that both ministers are going to work so hard. The governor also highlighted potentials Nigerian has when it comes to ensuring that there is food sustainability. Let's listen to him as well.
When I came into this ministry, I was nostalgic because I can remember when I was looking for a job in this ministry. I came several times when Engineer Advert was Director of Irrigation in this ministry. Yes. Yes. So it's impossible to question the destiny of God. It is my great pleasure to give a small remark in this very important occasion because I'm also an agricultural engineer. My diploma is in irrigation engineering. My first degree is in agric engineering. My master's is in soil and water conservation engineering. And my PhDs in environmental engineering.
Wow.
So it's a homecoming. Thank you very much. I just want to give a very few remarks. I'm happy that the ministry has been renamed as Ministry for Agriculture and Food Security. Then what we are doing now, providing palliatives to Nigerians, will never solve our problems. Because these are shorter term solutions. We must look for medium and longer term sustainable solutions that will address the problem of insecurity, problem of food insecurity in Nigeria. And therefore, the only alternative we have is to invest in commercial agriculture, modern agriculture, irrigated agriculture, green technology, emerging technology, rainwater harvesting, among others. That's the only solution. Our population is growing in quick geometrical ratio, while our food supply is dwindling. Unless something is being done, we shall never get rid of this problem. Therefore, it is my sincere hope that the Minister of Agriculture as well as the Minister of State for Agriculture, and indeed the technocrats that are here to put heads together with a view to repositioning the nation's food industry. We have vast agricultural land, arable land in Nigeria. Nigeria has a total land mass of about 72,000 square kilometers. Over 60% of the land mass of Nigeria is arable. Go to southern Nigeria, you have surface waters. Humid region, rainfall is between the region of 800 to 1,500 millimeters per annum. Even in northern Borno, water is not groundwater is not a limiting factor. And therefore, I wish to see this ministry take the challenge of ensuring that Nigeria is food secure. Not only in terms of quantity, but also in terms of quality. Because people thought food security is only availability of food. No. Food security means availability of food both in terms of quality and quantity. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm wishing you all the best in your undertakings.
Event has ended, and it is hoped that with all said and done, the board ministers will hit the ground running as they have promised. Stakeholders are hereby waiting to see what happens after this. From the ministry, I will be closing the program. Agric today on ARSN television, and I am Khadija Oluwatoyin Amin. Catch ya!